Today we're going to talk about the soul. Again, we've already covered the body, the mind, and the heart. We've talked about designing your own formula. We've talked about establishing that inner adult who can orchestrate these healings. Now we're going through the different aspects of your psyche. Body, mind, heart, and today we talk about the soul. The importance of keeping your soul connected to Source. Now again, all of this is on the blog, www.joinkatherinetaylor.com. Our connection to our higher source keeps us humble. It keeps us honest. It keeps us in alignment with our highest values. This connection is the source of our inspiration and allows us to create with enthusiasm while encouraging us to stay detached from the outcome. That is the biggest piece, is that when we're connected to our soul, when we've launched our desires, then we trust the universe to take them and manifest them. Our job is to show up, to come up with the idea, to fuel it with emotion, to hold the vibrational frequency in our bodies, and then to make that connection to Source, launch it, and trust that it will begin to draw and magnetize the energy that will manifest it. A connection to our soul self is vital in that process. Here are a couple of the questions. The remaining ones are on the blog. I can intellectualize the concept of a higher source, but I have a hard time using it. So your mind's given birth to the idea, but you're not owning it. I act different when I am in church than when I'm not. So that gives you an idea of where you're polarized. When you're with the organization to which you belong, you act in a certain way. But you haven't integrated that into who you are on a daily basis. So what we're going to do in today's sequence is we're going to work with an EFT process that will enable you to kind of bring these together. So I invite you to repeat what I say and to tap along. Even though I have a concept of my soul self, of my higher self, I have a hard time trusting in it and staying connected. Body, mind, heart, and soul. So even though I want to follow my spiritual aspirations, I have a hard time staying connected enough to my source to succeed. So even though I am confused about this spiritual connection, I have some work to do on this area of my life. I choose today to show up, to begin the exploration so that I can get on my path. All right, so I hope somewhere in there it resonated with some part of you. Again, refer to the video and the blog on designing your own formula, because this is where you can really customize it to your own needs. Notice I'm really trying to give you the information that's going to provide you with everything you need to make this tool and this modality yours. Then when you're really glitched and you need a second, person or a guide, that's when you want to contact me. That's when you really want to join and become part of the community, the membership, is when you're ready to really take this into your world and create a community where your soul is going to continually be fed. So let's do the sequence now and see where you can take it. Whoops, I'm sorry, we've already done that. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself or behind myself. So let's do the sequences. I do have a sense of my soul, but I'm afraid to be there. Actually, I don't have a sense of my soul. I need to work on that. I want to have a sense of my soul. I want to begin to define my spiritual values. Or I have values, but I don't know how to step into them. I don't know how to be one with them. I want to define this soul self. I want to stay connected to Source. I want to find out what that is. I guess I begin by establishing my values. There are ways I can clarify my values. That will give me a start. And once I know what I value, I can work with how I live those values. What are the obstacles that stand in my way? What are my strengths? I want to know. I'm willing to embark on this journey. Body, mind, heart, and soul. I'm ready to explore my own sense of spirituality, my own belief systems about the divine, whether it's spiritual, religious, or both. What are my beliefs? What are my feelings? What is my spiritual journey all about? I now believe that I can give form to my spiritual pursuit. I now am willing to explore my value system, to embody my value system. I am willing to be connected. Body, mind, heart, and soul. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thank you for your interest in this series, and I hope that these sequences and this part of the series, the last 7 days of talking about the adult self, talking about designing your own sequences, and then looking at it through the eyes of your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul has been helpful. Thank you.